What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We're finally getting into the rest of the songs on the Stray Kids 5-star album. Very excited. We have 5 songs on our hands that don't have a music video for, and there's a couple of songs out here that have been hyped like crazy, like Hall of Fame, like Super Bowl Item is a song that I've heard a lot about, and recently Stray Kids I think even performed it live. So I'm very excited to get into this album, and of course, if you want to check out the rest of my reactions to S-Class and the rest of the music videos from this album, check out the playlist somewhere up there. Make sure to check out, if you're interested in extra Stray Kids reactions, check out the Patreon where we have Skizzy Code episodes 1 to 30. We recently checked out their most recent episode on Human Idol Theater, as well as, of course, Kingdom, a Legendary War. We're reacting to Kingdom Puzzle as well, and Kingdom is also available 1 and 2. But Kingdom Legendary War, of course, Kingdom Week with Stray Kids, as well as the Stray Kids Survival Show. And there's some little extra live performances that I've checked out, as far as like Mama from last year, and a few others. All of the information on which specific Stray Kids content is available on Patreon will be available in the description of this video. So if you want to support the channel as well as get some extra content, check out the link. And because this is how I'm able to, get this, get all of these reactions out and to be able to focus on it basically full time, and it's with the help of you guys on Patreon. So thank you to all of the patrons. All the support has been absolutely incredible, and thank you to all of you who have been subscribing and enjoying the Stray Kids reactions here on YouTube. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you for staying. Without further ado, let's get into the first song on this album, which is Hall of Fame. Let's go. Whoa. That sounds different. Galileo, nice. Whoa, what the? Holy shit. Let's take it all the way back. It's also kind of interesting because I'm seeing like they mentioned Galileo, which Galileo, one hand it reminds me of Bohemian Rhapsody, as Galileo was one, as I'm reading, Galileo was the name of Jesus Christ in ancient Rome. But also Galileo is obviously the physicist who made the first functional telescope and discovered Mercury, which, Freddie Mercury, so that's a cool touch for Bohemian Rhapsody. But Galileo rediscovery, as Stray Kids are discovering and being rediscovered and all that kind of stuff, and all the fucking, magnitude of fame that they have. They are in the spotlight. This is pretty cool. Let's take it back. Sorry. The Galileo threw me off for a bit, so I just need to make sure that I wasn't off. Also, doesn't Seungmin have a song, shooting stars and raindrops? Okay, so that's pretty cool and kind of. I'm sorry. I love the sound. Thomas Edison, nice. So Galileo Edison. So this is basically Stray Kids saying that they're going to end up being, they already are in the Hall of Fame with how, what the the idea pops up like a light bulb. Jesus. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. I thought he said bitch. Oh. Nice. Damn. They mentioned so many people who are Hall of Fame, like, oh. I love all of the mentions of historic figures that Stray Kids are becoming, kind of like, you know, it's pretty cool. Bitch, I'll make the records. I won't break them. I'll make them. I love... It sounds like that. I think I mentioned it before, like the keys or whatever. It sounds like that kid instrument with the different colors that you kind of like bang with a little hammer or whatever the fuck it's called. I forgot the name of it. But that's what it reminds me of. Obviously, it's probably not what they used, but that's what it sounds like. I love the switch up from Felix doing the chorus to Lino, and it's just as powerful. It just creates a different dynamic. It's so fucking cool. Man, how many legendary figures they mentioned already? Holy shit. Oh. Oh, that was beautiful. Holy mother of fuck. That was insane. That just kind of like creeped up at the very top of my favorite songs from this album so far. All of the mentions of all of the various figures that changed history throughout time to a point where Stray Kids basically want to become this next level Hall of Fame. The records, I'm not going to just make the records. I'm not going to break records. I'm going to make records. I'm going to break my own records. Because they created so much. Like they broke records when it comes to this album too. The mention of like not being able to quantify with Einstein, with Neil Armstrong, with One Small Step. They mentioned Stephen Hawking. They mentioned Galileo. They mentioned Shakespeare. There's so much. I love this line with Changbin going out to the whole world. This prime time that ignores time zones. Like, it doesn't matter what time it is, bitch. It's prime time for Stray Kids. It doesn't matter where you are. Our music transcends our sound, much like the music video, the sound that just goes all over the place and just transcends everything. Our music will hit you no matter where you are. All the guys did a phenomenal job. I loved Han and Changbin's raps were awesome. I love Hyun. Like there's something very free flowing about Hyunjin's delivery. Felix's chorus was awesome. Lino was fantastic. Ian just pure as ever. Sumin, is really shining like I don't think I've heard before with this album, whether it's vocally or even visually. He's doing a phenomenal job. Bangchan, fucking awesome. I love Han's line, "Cry even in the day or night, fly, I'm welcomed wherever I go." But he also says, "It's not that I can't handle it. My proud footsteps are framed. Literally everywhere I go, I'm being framed like a photo frame. Somebody take everywhere I go, you know where I am." Because, damn, that's really, really cool. But frame can also be a bad thing, of course. But here I'm gonna take it into like my footsteps are framed. Literally, I made a mark and somebody took a photo or something like that. Like wherever concert, wherever country we go into, touring and all that kind of stuff. Uh, the proud footsteps that I leave are framed, almost like a double entendre in a way. Um, and like the rising to the position I've longed for, like I can't help but think about Bangchan, to be honest, more than anyone else, because he was a trainee for a long time and he came up basically with Stray Kids until, JYP was like, let me take this little project you have, let me fuck with it and then put it back together as if nothing happened, which was basically if you want the Stray Kids survival show in just a couple of sentences, that's what it is. Glorious history gets written down in permanent marker. That's also really, really cool. So it will never be forgotten. And Thomas Edison, of course, with the light bulb, like the idea that pops up, much like a light bulb pops up when you have a bright idea. JYP's light bulb probably did went out during the production of the survival show. Thankfully, it went back on when he brought all of them back together. But I also like to mention when I see the end of My Pace, the runners lead, because there's a song called My Pace, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. Print out a biography. I'm gonna stomp my footstep like Armstrong, which is also fucking Armstrong. I am strong. That's a cool little. Oh my god, that is really, really nice. I didn't notice it before. And unveiling the hustle, unveil the rambling trails of hustling. They hustle. They work as hard as, and like they're probably some of the hardest workers. Like it's truly insane the amount of content that they have for us. I'm not even talking about like not just music, albums, producing music videos, the fucking variety show, appearing on other variety shows, touring, everything that goes on. Like I'm and enjoying every single minute of it. It's really awesome. Hyunjin, like the way he plays on Shakespeare, as far as filling in my paper and writing all, and enjoy the battle with Crisis, which is like basically what like equating themselves to almost like a Shakespearean kind of story, which again kind of like makes a lot of sense in terms of Hyunjin specifically. I do feel like there's lyrics that kind of like make me specifically feel for the members themselves rather than obviously as a group too, but like looking at Hyunjin again on the survival show, being looked at, like the finale just drove me crazy with Hyunjin's like awkward smile as they were mentioning his looks and not so much his talent. Lonely Street is also something that is kind of like very prominent in my brain personally when it comes to Hyunjin and a lot of the members, really all of the members. So it's pretty cool. Like there's a bit of a Shakespearean story when it comes to Stray Kids and some of the battles that they went through. So this is awesome. And yeah, immortal like Hawking in black holes. I'm walking, scribbles and doodles. As Chungbin literally has a song called Doodle, although Felix is the one who's delivering it, but they're permanent markings, much like they talked about a permanent marker in the glorious history. This is fucking awesome. I didn't even realize some of the play on the actual words here. Hawking, I'm walking in black holes and scribbles and doodles, permanent. This is awesome. I don't know what else to say. The lyrics and the wordplay is absolutely fucking awesome, and I love the chorus a lot. I love the production. It's not just we're not just talking shit. We're talking it because we are the shit, and we're talking facts. We are breaking records. We are doing things that no one has done before, and we're slowly kind of like becoming the Hall of Famers that we were looking up to in a way. We're kind of like becoming the heroes that we looked up to. If Hall of Fame is this fucking good, I cannot wait to check out Item. Obviously, we're not checking out all of the songs on this album because I already reacted to a lot of them with the music videos. So check out the channel or the playlist somewhere up there if you want to see the other reactions. For now, we're moving on to the next song on this album in the order of things, which is Item. So let's get into it. Bangchan has a galaxy in his eyes. His eyes are just. Damn. Damn, that's the chorus? Nice. Oh my god.
I'm feeling blessed. Started from the bottom, I made it mine. So the light, I felt divine.
Your voice is divine, Bangchan. Item. Yes, you are, honey.
Yeah, it's my item.
Can I have what they're having? The energy on the song is fucking crazy. I for some reason thought that Item was going to be something else, like maybe even like usually I remember a time where people called a couple an item, so I thought that maybe there was going to be something romantic about this song. But I am the fucking item. Nothing looks bad on me. I make everything look good. Everybody wants that, but the item also being like the heart, the passion and everything. I love there was a really cool line of my plate never overflows, even if I put everything on it. It's like all of the heart, the passion, everything that I have, putting everything on a plate, so to speak, which could kind of like refer to God's menu in a way. Like our menu is huge, and there's something that will fill all of your taste buds. No one who comes into this restaurant will leave unsatisfied. So I do like that there's a little bit of potential like God's menu throwback on there, or just the plate in general, like showing you who I am on the plate, putting everything that I have on a plate and showing you my real me, and it never overflows. I can handle everything that comes my way. And also like the item that everybody wants is not just Stray Kids visually, but the heart and the passion and everything that they stand for. But also using the item as me as a human being, like nothing looks bad on me. I make everything look good. But then again, it's not just about looking good. It's about pulling something off. It's just like having that something extra in you that you makes you to be able to take anything and make it look good or sound good, or whatever it is, you just eat it, much like Pac-Man, like eating and leaving no crumbs, so to speak. I hate myself for even saying that, because that phrase is so fucking overused nowadays. Like, he ate and left no crumbs. I'm like, oh. But in this case, this does make a lot of sense. Even at night, I open my eyes wide and scream into the mic, like literally giving everything that I have to the music, and my talent is my wealth. So I buy this era, like owning the fucking era and our time, like making the most out of it, kind of like being like revolutionary in a way and all that kind of stuff. I like the little mention of, if you hurt me with your curse words, it's not going to do any damage, which kind of like makes me think of like something like Thunderous in a way, because Hyunjin literally, I think it was Hyunjin who said, why you mad, why are you so filled with, why you mad, why you sad, why you tipping me off and all that kind of stuff. I think that was like Hyunjin's intro after the first chorus. Yeah, this song really, like, it took something that could easily be perceived as something material, but using item as a double meaning, like the item that everybody wants, which is like the heart and passion that we have that no one can match. Starting from the bottom, I made it mine, saw the light, I felt divine. That was a really cool line, because I had that vision from the very beginning. I knew where we were going to end, and we actually made it for all the hard work and all that kind of stuff. We made it, and we're never. I think, was it with this song that they said never taste in failure, or was it with the previous song? Even if I have nothing, I'm feeling blessed. It's also a really cool line, because it's not about, much like you think like item could be like material. Again, this makes it feel like it's not about the materialistic things, which a lot of people kind of like ignore nowadays. And when you see my skill, your eyes get wider, either from jealousy or inspiration. Yeah, they do say, Felix says, we ain't gonna taste failure. Because we're so blessed and we're so humble that we're not going to let all of the success go to our head, because once you take your eye off the ball, that's when you lose it. All in all, the song was fucking awesome. Like, I'm honestly kind of like already blown away by these two songs back to back, and this could easily be like already my second favorite song on the album. It was awesome. Although I do need to make sure that I remember that we listened to Top Line, which was absolutely fucking awesome. But Item and Hall of Fame were just absolutely incredible. And I love that, even though on the first listen the songs may sound like they're bragging, at the same time they're bragging in a way because they earned it, and yet they're never almost like losing sight of the big picture, which is to keep your eye on the ball, which I feel like was a very important thing from Top Line, as Tiger JK mentioned, like the Mobius strip and all that kind of stuff, and never detour and all that shit. In terms of like burning the money, it's not just money that we have to burn, like we make so much money that we burn, but also like they mention karma a lot in that song. So burning of the money, it's almost like a karmic effect in a way, because all of this money, the money represented, if I had $1 for any time somebody talks shit about me, I would have all of this money and I can burn it and throw it in the faces of the haters. There's a lot of things that it could be, but I do like I do like the fact that at the end of the day, no matter how much these songs may sound like they're bragging, at the end of the day, there's like a lot of sincerity in there. and a lot of like things that make you not forget about the bigger picture and never detouring, much like Tiger JK said in Top Line. Anyway, we're moving on to the next song, which is going to be Super Bowl, which was also hyped up quite a bit. So let's go.